showtime!
This week's subject matter and title is Put Limits on What You Give, because takers will never put limits on what they take. So I guess this also depends whether you're a taker or a giver. We can all be both, but I would think most people lean towards one or the other. I myself, I'm a giver. I give a lot. I give sometimes. I'm guilted into giving. Sometimes I'm sympathetic. I'm a sympathetic giver. I'm an empathetic giver. Sometimes I just give because I care. I give sometimes because I feel sorry for people. I give too many chances. So I'm way more of a giver than a taker. And it's a problem sometimes. Sometimes I'm upset with myself because I feel like people try to take advantage of my good nature. And when I say people, this could be friends, this could be family, and it can also even be strangers. Sometimes I give to people on the street. So this is a Sunday sermon to help the givers and help the takers. And why do I say you have to put limits? Because takers actually I don't know if they're just testing you, or they have the philosophy that it wouldn't hurt to ask, and sometimes it does hurt for them to ask. Sometimes it's rude for them to ask. Sometimes it's insensitive for them to ask. So, as you know, I travel all around the world, and I make friends all around the world. And sometimes, especially, I would say in particular in countries not as developed as America, and things are much harder. So you have a little sympathy for people, and you try to help them out. And I have if someone that I feel is somewhat of a friend or associate, I might help them out once or twice a year. And I would hope if I help someone out once a year, they leave it to once a year. But some people try twice and 3 times a year, so you got to cut them off. You have to tell them no. And they come to you with all types of sob stories, And I'm not just talking about women. There are men who call me also asking me for money. There are women who call me asking me for help. Even when it comes down to family members and friends. Recently received a call from a friend asking for help. If you're my friend, like my brother, I'm going to do what I can for you, but I'm not going to do too much. I think where I fall short and do too much is when it comes to my children, and particularly my daughter. She's a taker. She has no limit. She'll call me and ask me for money. I'll send it to her, and she'll call an hour later and ask for more money. Or I'll give her money besides, paying for her beauty school. She'll ask me for money during the month. I want to get my nails done. Oh, Dad, I feel bad. I want to get my hair done. So my daughter is one of the takers that abuse, when it comes to mine. And also, when you hang out with women, and I know women always try to say they're independent and they don't need a man and all that, and I really don't believe that. A lot of times women get their joy. You could just look at women's Instagram, for instance. They always seem to be at these nice dinners, taking pictures of food, taking pictures of drinks, taking pictures at beautiful exotic places as if they're on their own, when probably they're with a man, someone who took them there. And you say yes to this or yes to that, and they'll try and push you. They'll ask you, oh, what are you gonna get for my birthday? Men don't do that. Men don't do that type of stuff. They ask, oh, what are we gonna do and where are we gonna go? And men don't really do that. That's women. They do it a lot. A lot of the takers are women, because men are, for the most part, providers. And even when a woman can take care of herself, she still wants to covet what she has for herself and still get you to spend your money. So you have to be able to put a limit on what you give to people, because they take advantage. They ask for too much. They ask too often sometimes. And you got to put your foot down sometimes and say, listen, I'm not doing it. Or tell them, hey, this is your limit. I don't mind helping you, but it's got to be once a year. Or if there's someone closer, I don't mind helping you, but it has to be once a month. You have to put limits, because the problem is saying yes the first time. International Zoe, Sunday sermon. Put limits on what you give, because takers never put limits on what they take. Peace. Like, subscribe, and share the video. Thanks.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?